Welcome to LeonCo, welcome to your weekly financial news. Welcome to LeonCo, welcome to your weekly financial news, and on this week's financial news, we'll be discussing somewhat of a summary that's been happening in the US economy throughout these couple of weeks. Well, if you've noticed, the US Senate has been on vacation. Next stimulus has not been conceived or have been approved. They have stopped their conversations. We are just running the wave of the executive order that President Trump approved a few weeks ago. The Senate has been on their vacation hiatus, and there is no word in sight on when another stimulus or what could be that stimulus could be. So regarding this, on the other hand, the stock market has been rallying up. It's almost reaching its all-time highs. The tech companies have been skyrocketing, and they are the pillars of how the stock market has been rallying. And this is something that is unprecedented because there is a sector that is booming in all its might, and there are other sectors that are struggling and maybe disappear when a few weeks or even months occur and the economy is not going back up. We can have a certainty that in the next couple of months we will either receive a vaccine or receive a treatment for this pandemic, but the reality is that we don't know how quickly or how effective this could be. In other news, the airlines are struggling to stay afloat. In these couple of weeks, we are going to be notified of lots of furloughs and lots of unemployment numbers regarding the airlines. Lots of pilots, airline people directly correlated to airlines or working on airlines are going to be out of jobs in these couple of weeks. This is something that we talked about a few months ago, but it's happening right now. There are sectors in the economy that are going to be very affected, especially the airlines. They are trying to convince the US government and the US federal Senate that they need to have consideration with this market because they believe they are one of the first lines of defense for the US nation. So while the US stock market is rallying right back up, there are pillars in the economy like the US airlines that are struggling to stay afloat, and we are in this unknowingly on circumstances in which we do not know if in these couple of weeks the economy could be stable enough to sustain the stock market rally, because we are starting to see that we are going back to classes. Lots of people are struggling to keep afloat, to try and keep up with their children. The numbers of infections are going back up, but most importantly, and this is what we wanted to end up in this video, there is a civil unrest in this nation. We are struggling to find justice, and we are struggling to find what really is important in our lives. We've noticed how the system has failed the people, has especially failed minorities, have failed people of color, and have failed all of us. The system is not doing its part to protect the US citizen and protect people as a whole. We've noticed how we have been in this social injustice for months and nothing has really changed. The news broadcasts have put it aside and have brought up more of the election, what is happening, and we have most focused on the things that are really important. And that is that we are all equal and that we should all care and support each other. We have lost track of that, and the people that are most responsible are that are people that are supposed to protect us and serve us are the ones that are failing us. And that is not necessarily the biggest economic or financial crisis that we're facing, but it's the biggest humanitarian crisis that we're facing right now. It's not the pandemic, it's racism, and it's social injustice. So I hope you guys stay safe, stay healthy, but always remember to have that king mentality.